Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our class. Today is Wednesday, 9 p.m. I'm Renata, if you don't know me, if you are new around here, and we have a great class coming up. MC and I, my partner, who is over there in Canada, just around the corner, I'm here in Brazil. MC and I are ready to take your English from okay, to the English that your career and your success demand. That's what we are going to focus on, and we focus on every single day here at Instagram, on Instagram and our social media. Welcome, you guys. We're actually 3 or 4 minutes late. Sorry about that. Had a little bit of an issue here, but I've got a crown on. Hi, partner.
Let me get my crown here, if you allow. Just a second. Where's my
off
crown?
with my crown already because the theme is royal. Once again, just like last week, we are talking royal. We're talking big shots. We're talking monarchy. We're talking, real English, great English for you guys to really take that next step, and change your game in terms of your accuracy and the level of verb tenses that you use. Where's your crown?
I'm here. It's here.
Oh, it is, but I can't see it. You're like up close and personal. Hi, Laura. Good evening. Good evening, Isiane. Hi, Justina. Good to see you here. Anna, Eliana. How are you guys doing? Arthur, there's another Arthur. We have one that's already very familiar to us, and we have a new one, actually. I've seen you around too.
Welcome, Arthur.
Yes, welcome. So you guys, we are going to talk about the royal family again. If you are completely lost, if you have no idea why we are both wearing crowns, it's because last week we played a little game. We used the royal family to teach and compare three verb tenses: past perfect, present perfect, and future perfect. And today we are going to compare past perfect continuous, present perfect continuous, and future perfect continuous. So it's a season 2 of last week's class, and kind of closing up the deal. I think it would be important, I thought it would be important for us to, close this chapter and go on to the continuous and have a class about these three. But the interesting thing about these three is it's not just about comparing them with one another, but also comparing tricky verb tenses that Brazilians get wrong and mix up a lot. Hi, Anderson. And what did I do? I posted this morning, I posted a diagnosis quiz on Instagram for you guys to test yourselves and to see, how you are doing in terms of these verb tenses, in terms of mix-ups, if you know your thing, if you know your game, if you are still mixing things up. I realized that more people began the quiz and not so many people finished it. Maybe it's because it's a sign that it is a little tougher than, we would expect. That's what I'm assuming happened. Like, ooh, this is tricky, I have to think a lot. Maybe you guys didn't really know what to respond. But I also found that there were some specific points that I would like to comment. If you responded and if you didn't understand your answer, why it was wrong, this is the chance you have to ask us. So the comments are open for you guys to, ask me whatever you want in terms of, the subject we were talking about in relation to that. So ask me why is it wrong? Why is it right? So bring it on. Shall we, MC?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, me too.
And I took the quiz and I got a few mistakes. Woo! Just so you know.
Yes, I was gonna ask you that too, because you mentioned to me that, like, oh God, why is this wrong? And maybe it would be a good opportunity for you also to ask in case, you were still wondering why, so feel free to, partner, to ask me why. So let's get started. As you guys know, I like to tell you guys and present the topic to everyone so you're clear about what we are going to talk about. Past, present, and future perfect continuous simplified. It's a comparison. It's like an X-ray of the three together being compared. I wish I had more time to talk about each and every one of them, but we can also do that. You know, eventually we can have a class specifically, you know, individualizing the verb tenses and get into more details. Am I slow? I'm slow in my phone. Am
You
I
are a
slow
little
too?
bit, but my battery was running low a little bit, so maybe I thought it was my problem here, but I guess
Okay.
not.
Let me know, guys. Maybe if I unplug the phone, sometimes, I don't know why, but the charger will interfere with the Wi-Fi, with the 4G, whatever. Let me know if I am, if you can hear me well, if you can see me well, okay? In case, you know, we run into trouble, I can just see what I can do here. Nothing will top the Marília Mendonça evening, remember? The internet sucked because everybody was watching Marília Mendonça's live here
Oh
in Brazil.
yeah, that's true.
It
Interfering
was
in our
amazing.
life. Yeah.
Yes, it was awful. But anyway, we'll begin with King George, the king that has already died, Queen Elizabeth's father. This is the actor that plays him on The Crown, which I'm obsessed with. I am already on season 4. Let's see when I'm going to wrap up the seasons, you know. Super excited and at the same time sad about everything that happens. So we have our King George here representing past perfect continuous because he's not the king anymore. He's the king of the past. And what is past perfect continuous? You know, the name. Let's see. Let's see the example. When I landed, they'd been waiting for over an hour. That was one of the sentences from the diagnosis quiz that I posted on stories. And what is it talking about? It's talking about two actions that happened in the past. Remember last week, there are always two sentences in referring to the past. But we included the duration of the action. We included for over an hour. When we do that, we automatically change the simple form to the continuous form, especially a verb like, you know, waiting, verbs that the continuous form differs a lot from the simple form. I'm not going to get into a lot of detail here because we don't have a lot of time. But anyway, so this is what it looks like. You started waiting, people started waiting, and then after 1 hour, you landed. So for that period of time, they had been waiting. They had been waiting for 1 hour before I landed. One thing to note, no connection with the present. There's nothing happening right now. Everything is definitely in the past. But another thing to remember, that duration, 1 hour, forces me to use past perfect continuous, not past continuous. I cannot say they were waiting for 1 hour before I landed. I'll get there, okay?
Oh, so that was so my mistakes were around both both options are correct and just one is correct and that threw me off and I'm like, "Oh my God, I don't
Yes.
know.
And
Take my
that's
crown away."
that is the and that is the mistake. So Brazilians, you know, I'm talking about Brazilians because I mean, not it's not a particular mistake that few people make. I'm talking about most students that I have taught and most Brazilian students that I have taught will make that mistake. I don't know about Mexicans learning English, about Japanese learning English, you know, because I have never taught them, and that's why it's important. We think it's also important for you guys to have the experience of a teacher who knows your pain points. So I know that Brazilians have specific pain points that other people, other nationalities don't. So anyway, we will think about past perfect continuous as two actions in the past and the duration is included. I will not say they were waiting for 1 hour. No, I will show you why not, okay? I just wanted to you know, pinpoint something that even though the timeline shows you that the action started at a certain point and finished at a certain point, maybe that action continued. There is nothing telling me that the action stopped. Of course, the situation, who would continue to wait for someone even after they landed, right? No one. Is it crashing? Laura said it's crashing. Let me to get better. Okay, guys? My internet, it's
I
like,
lost you for a minute there.
okay, it's like once a month, my internet will give me a hard time. It's like that. Once a month. One specific day a month. I'm slow. I can see that I am. I will try to.
Your voice, though, I can hear completely fine.
Yeah, I will try to move around less. Then it's going to be less disturbing for you guys. But you guys will definitely get the point. So, when, you know, they had been waiting for me before I landed, of course they stopped. I arrived. Oh, hi, hi. Well, everybody left. Oh, duh, of course, right? But it doesn't always mean that I did. I could also say that I'd been working, you know, for 5 years before I met you at the company, but it doesn't mean that I stopped working at the company. So the action may have continued. That's important to pinpoint. But since I wanted to illustrate in one image, I didn't want to give too much information in one image. I wanted to focus on the most important. Started in the past, finished in the past, no connection with now. That's past perfect, and that's King George, our, you know, brave king that had a stutter. Brazilian flag. See, it's Brazilian territory. They were waiting for 1 hour. No, they'd been waiting for 1 hour. If you mix past and duration, you're not going to use the simple past continuous. Verb to be, was, were, and ing. You have to use they had been doing something. Take a look at this.
Question.
Okay, go.
Go back one slide, please.
Okay.
So in that case, let me see if I understood correctly. I cannot understand. Oh, oh my God. I cannot use they have been waiting for an hour, because if I use have been, that's going to be in conflict with the 1 hour, which is a kind of a framed.
If you use have been, you are bringing the action until the present,
Until now.
now.
Got it. All right. All right.
Exactly. So it cannot be done because you are not at the airport anymore, because you landed. If you landed, that means that's in the past. So you cannot say they have been waiting for 1 hour before I landed. They are incompatible. Had been, because it doesn't come until the present. It stops right there. So comparing was doing with had been doing, all right? The first one, the action started. Action number one started. Let's say they arrived at the airport. They started waiting. And then action number two happened. I landed. Perfect. We know that. Now, number two is past continuous. They were waiting for me at the airport when I landed. No duration. I am not talking about the duration. I'm just focusing on, and let's wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. We have a focal point. The focal point is the moment, not the duration. The focal point, when I say, oh, I stopped, no, I can move around, yay! Okay, can you see me?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so my internet is good again. Awesome. So the focal point here is they were waiting for me at the airport when I landed. It's the moment. They were waiting. I landed at that moment. I don't care about before. I don't care about how long. I don't care about the duration. I decided to focus on the moment. And that is it. The same situation can be described in two different ways. If I put the duration, I have to use past perfect continuous. Where is it? Right there. I have to use past perfect continuous. If I don't, if I focus on the moment, I use past simple continuous, right? Simple past continuous. I was waiting when, they were waiting for me when I got there. They had been waiting for 1 hour when I got there. It's different, right? Is it clear, everyone? Send your questions if it's too complicated. You know, if you want more examples, let me know. I will explain. I will give you a couple more examples now, but I want to show you two things here. Okay, so if I say they had waited for an hour, what would be the difference? Laura, in that case, the verb wait already gives you a very clear idea that it's continuous. You don't wait one time. It's like, it's different from like a verb, like let's say eat. I can eat something and it can be a complete action in itself, or you can be eating something and show the continuity. So verbs like wait, study, live, work, it doesn't change if you use the simple or the continuous. But most of the other verbs change, right? So you can use both in that case. Well, when we see this, when she was hired, that's also one of the examples from the quiz that I posted today. When she was hired, she was working as an intern. Option number 1. Option number 2, she'd been working as an intern. So guys, which one do you think is correct, or more correct, or are both correct? A lot of people got this one wrong. Even the people that were getting everything right, that were like, yay, yay. This one, most people got wrong. What do you guys think? A, B, or both? Or maybe one is better than the other. What do you think? MC, do you remember which one you chose here?
No, I don't remember which. No, I don't remember which option I chose. But now, based on your explanation, I would say I don't know. I'm in between both or first option. She was working as an intern because you didn't frame time. You know, I don't have a time frame here of something that happened in the past. But it doesn't seem wrong to me to say she'd been working as an intern as well. However, I don't have that moment. She was hired, and before that, she had been working as an intern.
Yeah,
I don't
so
see a problem, so both are right.
both are right. Laura also wrote here, both are right. That's precisely why you gave a perfect explanation, actually, because there is no time frame. I'm not telling you how long, but when I use this, when I say she was working as an intern, focal point, dun, 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 focal point, she was working, was, there it is, moment. That's what I'm talking about. I'm focusing on, when she was hired, she was working as an intern. For some reason, I decided to focus on that, right? Maybe there's a real, reason why, maybe not. And here, she'd been working as an intern. Oh, it's not working so well here. Okay, people who created this filter, not the best.
Not
But anyway,
user friendly.
yeah, when I choose this one, she'd been working as an intern, you feel that it happened for some time. You get the feeling that it was something that happened for a longer period of time, But that's it. Both are correct because you did not say for or since or, already, even, but already could be she was already working. It's okay. But I mean, there is no duration of time there, being specified. So yes, both are okay. And that's what I wanted to tell you about, both being okay, because it's a matter of choice. Sometimes it's grammar, you have to use one or the other, but see how you can use past perfect continuous more than you think. That's why this verb tense is neglected many times. It's a very intermediate, it lives in the intermediate, in the heart of the intermediate. And because it's very different from Portuguese, we just set it aside and we don't use it as often as we could. And this helps you be idiomatic and clear cut, as we are always saying here at Fluent For Real, right? Accurate,
And
clear cut, and elevated.
absolutely. And I'll build something here on what you're saying, which is for native speakers, they're gonna say the sentence very fast, and then you're gonna probably miss the structure behind it. So she'd been working as an intern. If you don't really pay attention, it's just something that it's hard to mimic because you didn't understand. So if you don't understand completely, you don't try it out, or this is not going to be part of your life.
Yeah.
So as I was listening and trying to understand, this is not something I've incorporated so far.
Oh, bonus tip. Someone sent me a DM, someone DM'd me and said that they were a little confused, because they saw the D and they were unsure if the D meant had or would. And I gave the tip. Look, What comes after the D? Been. After would, we always, and I love it when we have a rule where I can say always, we always have the infinitive. So it would have to be, would be. It's not, it's been. So had been. You will automatically understand that it is had because of what comes after the verb. Okay, so this is a rule that you can say for life. Yes. So yes, both received the seal of approval by the royal family. All right, both received, both are okay, both can be used in this situation.
Okay, you have your crown back.
King George? Any questions about the father of the queen? Past perfect continuous. I would just like to say that I really think it's a very useful, different from Charles, I have to admit, but this one is a very used and neglected verb tense that you guys should really keep an eye on, you know. And I wanted to say something. We are always talking about awareness here, MC and I. Awareness is a concept that we have at Fluent For Real, which means be aware and turn on that self-correction mode and see whether or not you are really using the things that you are reading or the things that you are supposed to be, you know. I could see that there were so many people getting questions right in the diagnosis, but I wonder if those are sentences that you say, that you actually use. So, question for you. I don't have the answer. Just ask yourself that, whether or not, because it's a multiple choice exercise, you know the answer, but in real life, do you actually use that?
I can answer for myself, and I can pretty much say that even though I got some of the answers correctly, it's not something that I incorporate in my day-to-day life. So awareness time. Woo-hoo.
Yeah. So one thing that you can remember when you say I was doing something, if you include the duration, it's not I was. I'd been doing that for or since. So that's also something you can start fixing, and then from there you will incorporate and you will start to see it being used more often, maybe. She stole my crown.
Look who stole your crown. Yeah, I know.
At her. Come on, Elizabeth. I gotta have the plan B every single week. Do I? Come on, man. Oh God, my Oyapoke crown is folding back. Okay, honey.
If it fits, she is just gonna watch. She's just gonna wear it. The end.
She steals the crown and I take it back, honey. Okay, took it back. So, example of present perfect continuous. It may be familiar to you, but stick around. We have practice at the end of the class as usual, not just theory, practice. I want to see if you guys got it. And you also, the questions are open in the comments below. Ask me whatever you want. There is no such thing as a stupid question. And I'm telling you that because I'm the queen of questions. I don't hold back. When I am in classroom, I will ask whatever I want, even if it sounds or is stupid. So I am willing to accept any questions. Don't feel shy. He deserves the credit. Yes. He deserves the credit for how it's turning out. That's also from the quiz posted today. He's been working hard on it for months. This is a very clear situation of present perfect continuous because look how it's turning out. Does it feel like the work is done? Yes or no?
No.
It's not done. It's still happening. So he's been working hard on it for months. Present perfect is the combo of past and present together. Past perfect was past and past. Present perfect is past and present. Same thing. You include the duration, you mix present and past, you have to use present perfect continuous. The action that started in the past and carries on until now. He's been working hard for months. That started months ago and it's still happening right now. He is still working hard. I always make that assumption. Automatic. Papa, he is. So 4 months, he has been working hard. I know when it started and I know that it's still happening, but what about the future? It may continue in the future. I've been living in the same apartment, for 2 years. I'm still living here and I'm probably still going to live here. may continue in the future. It doesn't mean that it's over right now, but it comes until now. And some people, I think this question was not so hard for most people, but still some people were a little iffy about, the answer. So just to clear that out. Brazilian mistake. We have the flag. Oh, this flag is ours. It belongs to us. He is working hard for months. Guys, no. If you're saying he is doing something, it's now at the moment. You make big mistake. show everyone that eraser. Show them the eraser. I think not everyone knows that. MC has this big eraser called big mistake.
Just for big mistakes. Just use that for big mistakes.
Use it for big mistakes. So we need that eraser. So guys, I'm not saying that I can't say I am, I'm working out now. I'm working out with a personal trainer now. Of course, it's not literally now, I'm here with you guys, but I can say that in my life nowadays, now that's what I'm doing. It's okay. As long as you don't say how long. If I say for 3 months, I have to say I've been doing it for 3 months. All right. So grammatically speaking, it is not correct to say I'm doing this for. I included a bonus Brazilian mistake. I work here for 5 years.
Oh, that's a classic.
Raise your hand if you have made that mistake. I probably have to.
Who cares? It's just a matter of being aware and not making that mistake again.
Eu trabalho aqui há 5 anos. I'm even gonna speak Portuguese because it's the king.
Free translation. Free translation.
Yeah, exactly. So present perfect continuous doesn't exist in Portuguese, so we get really confused about it. Putting present and duration, that's where you go. You go right there. Sadia asked me, what if I use he has worked hard on it for months? Okay, also a good question. It's very similar to the they had studied or they had waited for 1 hour. They had been waiting for 1 hour. Both are okay. It doesn't change the meaning. So he has worked hard for months. You get it. He has been working hard for months. You get it. Can I show you an example that doesn't work?
Yes.
Okay. When I say something like, I had bought a car and I had been buying a car. Does it make sense to say I had been buying a car? I had been looking for a car. I had been trying to buy a car. But I had been buying a car. Doesn't work.
I'm gonna understand. Maybe it's a documentation problem or something like that. But even like that, it's a little, it's weird.
It's weird, and only a native speaker would know how to use that, meaning something different. So think about that. If it makes sense, if it doesn't give any room to, is it over in the past or is it still happening? I have cooked. I have been cooking. Completely different actions. I've cooked a meal. It's over. I've been cooking a meal. It's still happening. Oh, can I put the duration? All right, that's going to help you. I've cooked a meal since this morning. A little weird, to be honest. A little weird, but maybe you will be understood. So when you put the duration, it can help you and it can work. But be careful, because depending on the verb, it's not something that you would use in both situations, like buying, for example, And remember, when I use I've been working, or I've been cooking and I have cooked, I don't even need the duration. I don't even need to tell you how long, since or for, you get it. Like, I'm sorry, I can't talk to you. I've been studying, so I'm busy. You get it. It's like, oh, she probably has been studying the whole afternoon or the whole day, So you're expressing that duration. Similar to the past perfect example, I was doing and I had been doing. Focus. The difference is the focus. Okay. So let's see that verb working, okay? That verb works. Starts right there in the past and continues until now, including the present. Started in the past. And the present continuous, I am working, I am doing, I am, what was the example? I am working hard. Focal point, what is the focal point? Right here, the moment, now. Flash, take a picture. What are you doing now? Is he working hard today? Is he working hard now or in his life now? I'm not asking about recently. I don't care about the last couple of weeks. I care about the present. So it's a matter of focal point. Both actions come until the present. You know, they are happening at the present, but I decided to focus on the present. And here I focus on the duration of the action. I like to give, I usually give this as an example, you know, to show you guys the difference between that. It's the present continuous and the past continuous are a flash. You take a picture of a moment. What is he doing now? And then he's drinking. That's the focus. And the others don't. They focus on, you know, something that happened before. I have another example to give, but I'm going to wait until the end of Future Perfect. Moving on. He's been working hard on it. He's working hard on it. Are both okay? One is better. Is one better than the other? What's the difference? MC, I ask you, my friend.
All right, I would say that he's been working hard on it. It is better. It shows the continuity of the action. It's more appropriate as well because of the now moment.
Oh, but there's no now in that one. I removed the duration and I removed. There is no time frame.
That's true. He's working hard on it. But yeah. Can both be right? Yeah.
Both. But there's a difference. If you say he's been working hard on it.
And there's a difference that if it's he's working hard on it, I'm assuming now.
Mm-hmm.
And the other, he's been working hard on it, I'm going to understand it's been a while since he's been working hard on it.
Perfect. Yeah, that's the difference. That is the difference, the focal point. So both receive the royal seal of approval, depending on what you are trying to communicate. Now let's move on to the least favorite character of the whole show, Prince Charles. I gotta say, the 4th season, oh my God, if I felt sorry for him on the 3rd season, you know, the 4th one is giving me like, ugh.
Can I ask you something, like on a different note here?
Yes.
I'm trying to watch, and season 1 and 2 is kind of boring. Should I persist?
You should. That's what happened to me. I tried to watch it 3 times. I couldn't move past like the 4th episode of the 1st season. And then I kept going and I just, you know, persevered, and then it got really interesting. So give it a try.
Some people I'm already in season 2. I don't even know what I'm watching, you know, because I just let it play and I'm doing something else.
Okay, but then you should, because the dialogues are amazing and the politics is amazing, you know, and how things happen. You should. It shouldn't be something you watch doing, you know, like cleaning up the house. You have to really listen.
Even season 2?
Yeah, season 2 already gets really good.
Because of Elizabeth. All right. Oh, because of the Elizabeth's sister, Margaret.
Also, she's amazing too. I mean, sometimes I feel a little. I love and hate every one of them. Okay, so the perfect. I can't read it.
Me neither.
I have my backup because sometimes that happens. The sentence is, he needs 7 days to finish. He needs 7 days to finish. He won't be over by Friday because by Friday he will have been working for 5 days only. This was the one that almost everyone got right. You know, it was so easy for everyone. Maybe because it's the most similar to Portuguese, you know. Sarinha said she's been trying to watch it because you want to see Princess Diana. So go straight to season 4, Sarinha. Skip 1, 2, and 3. You know, just go. You will get it. You won't miss anything. You will definitely understand every single thing. So it won't be over because he will have been working for 5 days only. As we saw last week, future perfect is the projection of the future, and then you look at the past. So it's the future and the past together. Now, we're talking now about something that is going to happen in the future, and then we look back at that. By Friday, he will have been working for, actually, he won't have finished, right? Because he will have been working for only 5 days by Friday. Look what I did. Today's Wednesday. By Friday, he will have been working for 5 days. So when did he start?
Monday.
2 days until Friday. So I have to get Friday and go back 5. Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday, Sunday.
Oh,
so he
Sunday,
actually
not Monday.
started on Sunday, you know, but I am projecting it, considering Friday and looking back. So, important note, future perfect. The action may have started before now. It doesn't mean that it hasn't started yet. It may have already started. And it also may start only in the future. Maybe he's going to start working on Sunday, and then he needs 1 month. So by Christmas, he won't have finished. By Christmas, he will have been working for 29 days, whatever. Actually, 30 precisely, but anyway. So it doesn't mean the action is starting now. I just wanted to say that because of the image. The image is just to remind you that there are 2 moments. There's now, which is the only reference you have. And then there is the future, by Friday or by whatever, looking back. When it is Friday, what is Priest Charles going to say? I've been working for 5 days. He's going to use present perfect continuous because the action will still be happening. That's the difference between future perfect simple and continuous. The simple form, the action will be over in the past. Go back to the other class. If you don't understand what I'm talking about, go back and watch it. So the action will be over. And here, the action will still be happening. He will still be working. Joining then that future and the past. So that future Friday, it's going to be included in the action. Different from the simple form. Mistake that we make as Brazilians: by Friday, he will be working for 5 days only. No, because I am projecting into the past. Future plus past, so I have to use the future perfect. By Friday, he will have been working for 5 days only. Then what's the difference between he will be working on Friday and by Friday he will have been working, right? This is the one we are talking about, future perfect continuous. And the regular future continuous, he will be working, also focuses on 2 things, actually. I'm not going to talk about the first idea because we don't have time for that. I can prepare a class, for the other idea, just for future continuous if you want. Let's focus on the idea that is momentaneous, similar to present continuous and past continuous. The moment. The focus is the moment. On Friday, I won't be able to talk to you, MC, because I will be working. I will be in the middle of the action. The action will be happening, so I'm sorry. I will be too busy to talk to you. Moment in the future, not the projection and looking back and duration, at the same time. There's a lot going on with future perfect. It's not as used. I have to tell you guys that. I have to, confess, it's not as used as present perfect continuous and past perfect continuous. Woo, by far. But if you do need to use it, you know how to. When the situation comes, you will know how to. So there we have it. Future perfect continuous. There is that, slight difference between them. Let's compare now past perfect continuous, present, and the future, and then move on to practice time. So you guys are going to give me answers. Let's see if you were paying attention. Past perfect continuous starts in the past, finishes in the past, no connection with the present. That's it. He had been working at the company for 2 years before he moved to Japan. He had been running every day for 10 miles before he hurt his knee, or when he hurt his knee. Second one, started in the past and is still happening. Can you see that all I did was drag the green interval up to now? That's all you do.
It's clear. Yeah.
That's all you do. You know, the one stopped in the past and the other one continues until now. And future perfect, you do the same. You drag it up to the point in the future that you need it, you know. Usually the beginning doesn't matter when we don't know, so we use now. And the reference in the future is all we need because we don't know when the action is going to happen. It's not what we are talking about. We are focusing on projection into the future, and the duration of the action by a certain point. Let's see if you guys were paying attention.
Yeah, I want help, everyone.
Yes, and you know, I have to say it's not easy. It's going to challenge you guys. It's a puzzle. And also I wanted to point out that also we are always talking about the cycle of learning, and that, you know, watching classes is amazing. Listening to movies, music is amazing, but you need to practice and you need to get feedback too. We only learn when we are forced to recall information. Just getting information and getting what we call input is not enough. You need input, practice, and feedback to get the complete cycle of learning. All right, so in this class you get everything. You got the input, now we're going to practice, and I will give you the answers. You will get feedback, and you will also listen to yourself while you are answering, speaking at home. Don't just type in or think about the answer. Say it. Speaking works miracles. So let's go. Make a question. So we're going to begin with a question because why not? How long, and then you're going to put the information, working at your current job, and then which one are we talking about? Are we talking about the king, the queen, or the prince? How
Queen.
Long plus working at your current job. Which royal are we talking about, guys? Which one? Let me know.
Who's with me?
George, Elizabeth, or Charles? Past, present, or future?
Betinha. The queen.
Go. Is there a soccer game on? The queen. Yeah, the queen. So now I want you guys to make the sentence, form the sentence. Not that easy. And please remember that first comes the auxiliary verb. All right? First the auxiliary verb. Little Beta, Betty. Okay, so make the sentence. How long?
Who's gonna help me here? Who's gonna help me here?
Help MC out. Asking questions is also, oh my God, something that I prioritize. Questions are supposed to be asked correctly. Go. How long?
I want help. Who's gonna help?
How long?
We have Laura here suggesting, how long have you been working at your current job?
Have you been? Chris is also saying that. How long have you been working at your current job?
I'm with them.
Amazing. Say it out loud. Come on, I want to hear it.
How long have you been working at your current job?
Awesome. Next one. How long plus working at your last job plus you left?
All right, I know now. Who is with me?
Is it George? Is it Betinha? Is it Charles? Who is
George? George. Who's with me?
Is it George? Is it George? Now make the sentence. Put the pieces together.
Who's with me?
All right, George. George it is. And now make
Sarah,
the sentence
Laura, they're all with me. Chris as well.
George, Eliana too. Great.
Now help me put together the sentence. The question.
Yes, because it's harder than just a statement.
Yeah. How long? had you been working at your last job when you left?
Yeah, when you left or before you left. All right, so let's go one more time, everybody. How long had you been working at your last job before you left? You go now.
How long had you been working at your last job before you left?
Repeat again. Make sure you're not saying have, because many times, no, you did say it correctly, but I mean everyone at home, because most of the time we think had and we say have. So one more time, make sure you don't. Awareness, go. How long had you been working at your last job before you left?
How long had you been working at your last job before you left? How long had you been working at your last job when you left or before you left?
Yes. Moving on. How long plus, now it's easy because we only have one left. How long plus working plus by the time you retire?
Who are we talking about here? Charles.
Yes. Yes, we are talking about him. The traitor. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, he is. How long will you have been working? By the time you retire. I froze here for a second.
Oi, Anitta, congelou, Anitta.
Yeah, congelou, Anitta. Oops, sorry.
Oh,
How long will you have been working?
By the time you retire. Any guesses, you guys?
Retire.
Let me know before we move on. How long do you guys think you will have been working by the time you retire? 30 years, 40, depending on when you started working. To me, probably, I would say 50, because I started working at 18. So, 50, maybe more. My dad is 72 and he's still, working really hard. He loves working. So probably I'm going to be the same. And you guys, what about you guys? How long do you think you will have been working by the time you retire? You actually stop working. And don't give me just the number. I want to see the whole structure being used, okay? Numbers are just the short answer won't help you use the structure. MC, how long do you think you will have been working by the time you retire?
I'll have been working probably for about, I don't know, maybe 50 as well.
52.
I don't see myself retiring soon. Yeah, like early.
I gotta say, I'm a little scared. I'm a little scared. 50 so years. God, that's a long time.
That's why we need to work out every day and eat healthy.
Yes, that's
not that I'm doing that right now, but that's fine. That's another note, another topic.
I think everyone is like bugged. Everyone is like, I don't know the answer. Oh God, I've never thought about it. So moving on. He'd been saving before traveling. True or false? Oh, Sarinha said, I will have been working for 50 years, I think. Yes, Sarinha, high five. He'd been saving before traveling. Question. So that means he won't buy Christmas presents. Think about it. There's a long distance between one sentence and the other on purpose. I want you to connect the dots. He'd been saving before traveling. So that means he won't buy Christmas presents this year. Can I say that? Is it true or not? Can I make that assumption or not? I told you it was not easy.
He'd been saving before traveling.
And you guys can also tell me why you think that is, okay? Let me know why you think that is the answer.
He won't buy Christmas presents
because exercise, of course, we are getting two isolated sentences out of context. If you do get, to contextualize and explain to me what you thought in order to connect the two.
I didn't understand the Christmas presents with traveling and saving money, yes, for
Yeah,
buying Christmas
saving money,
presents, but
spending money, saving and spending.
traveling?
He'd been saving before traveling, so he won't buy Christmas presents. Let me ask you guys a question. So Laura said true. Let me ask you a question. Um, is he still saving money?
No, no,
No. So can I say that he won't buy Christmas presents? Can I make that assumption?
no.
No, you cannot.
That's a
Neuta said
tough one
false.
because yeah.
We don't know the time relationship between the actions, Niziane said. What we don't know is exactly that. We cannot say that
That
if
one
he
is
had saved,
connected
he
to
would
the
have
other.
money. Oh, so Chris is doing something interesting here. She said if he had saved, he would have money, wouldn't he? So he would be able to buy the presents. Great connection. Great connection. It makes total sense, Chris. Awesome. What I thought about, because that's why I asked you guys that question to be a little more precise, in what I wanted. But Chris made a great conclusion too. Thinking that he was saving to travel, thinking that he had been saving money before traveling, and I use the ing on purpose to confuse you. That means that he saved and he stopped saving. The trip is in the past. He'd been saving before traveling. So all that situation is not connected with the present. So I cannot tell you that he is still saving. He is not still saving based on this information, this piece of information, okay? I cannot make that assumption. So I wanted you guys to remember, he had been saving past, stopped in the past, or there is some kind of connection there to the past. I can't say that it's still happening. But on the other hand, if I say he's been saving before traveling, I automatically know he is still saving. Those assumptions, those automatic assumptions can be made, all right? So it's false because of that track, that line of thought that I just explained to you guys. But, Chris went a little bit off and she said, no, but maybe he saved, but he decided to use the money, for something else. So he has money now. He will be able to buy the presents. Anyway, next one, you guys. What took her so long? She said she had been thinking it through. Two people were talking.
What took you so long? What took you all night? What took you forever to see I'm right? I tricked you so good.
We
I make
did
you
the same
feel
thing last night.
fine.
She started singing a song and then I kept going. Oh God, we are so 90s kids, So what took her so long? She said she had been thinking it through. If you don't know what thinking it through means, it means to think about every step of the process carefully from beginning to end, not to make a wrong decision. So she is still trying to decide true or false and why. You guys can tell me why you think that is. She is still trying to decide true or false.
False.
Oh, Chris gave a
I'm with Chris.
big answer. You're with her? False? She's still trying to decide true or false. Well,
False.
Remember? Yeah, we talked about that, the past. So she had been thinking it through. What took her so long? Now, pay attention. Do you think the decision is made? Can you say that?
Yes, because she said, well, she had been thinking it through.
And the question, what took her so long to make the decision? So that means it took her long. She made the decision. She said she had been thinking it through before she made the decision. So she's not still trying to decide. She has already decided. She has made up her mind. All right? She has done it. And he is lucky the cop didn't pull. I think they're gonna cut us, guys. I'm gonna wrap it up because we have 2 minutes, I think, before the live is over. Oh, MC crashed. You know what? I'm gonna do something. I'm going to send this material by email to everyone who decides that they want it. All you have to do is sign up the link in bio, in our bio. Go there and leave your email, and I will send this material with a couple more questions for you. And you can also consult again, read again, study again. And I think it's a good deal, isn't it? We wrap up here and you guys receive it by email. What do you think? So sign up. The link is in our bio, all right? Our bio, if you don't know, is our perfil. Link no perfil. Go there, but it's fluentforreal.com. It's easy for you guys to find it. Please leave your like. It took a little longer, than I thought it would. It's been almost 59 minutes of a live lesson. Thank you guys so much for coming. We really hope it was useful. It was helpful. And we thank you guys so much for joining us. Let's say bye to MC. She's coming in, but we're going to say bye together. All right? MC, I think we're going to crash because it's been almost 60 minutes, so we have to say bye.
Okay, bye everyone. Rookie mistake around here. I just forgot to charge my phone, so that's fine. Bye everyone. Thank you for being with us. We love you, and we'll see you next time, next Wednesday.
Yes, see you guys next week at 9 p.m. as usual with another class. Send us suggestions. Ask us for a topic. We are so open for that, okay? Thank you guys so much. Bye. Oh, the last answer is false. She had already made up her mind, Chris. She had already decided. If you still don't get it, send me a DM. I can explain to you. I can send you an audio, all right? An audio message. Bye-bye. Bye, MC.
Bye-bye, partner.